Okay, next we have Swing Low, Sweet Chariot. It might be a familiar tune. It comes from the African American spiritual, from the plantation work songs. And it says, the inspiration from Swing Low, Sweet Chariot may have come from the earlier source, an ancient African legend of a good king who was carried to heaven in a golden chariot. Okay, and it just says with a steady beat, and also suggests that the eighth notes are swung. So if you remember what swinging eighth is, from like Lion King, remember in the previous unit, was, it was long, short, long, short, long, short, long, short, kind of a lazy dotted rhythm, instead of the straight 1 and 2, and this only applies to whenever you have eighth notes. When, if there's no eighth notes, then nothing is swung. Even though it says just with a steady beat, I think this is kind of a slower piece, so I'm gonna do it at about maybe more or less like a 60 per quarter. I don't know what I'm exactly playing in terms of tempo, but that would be around there. So let me play for you once. It's also in key of C major. How we're using all those inversions. Left hand has a little solo. Retardando is written, so I will do a retardando probably not that soon, as in measure 17, but I'll probably reserve it for last 3 chords so that it's not slowing down too much before, and then quietly playing that last chord and releasing nicely with the hand and then foot together. Okay, now let's take a look at this piece. There's quite a bit of inversions going on here. How about we look at 2 lines at a time? So in the first 2 lines, it starts with C major, the second inversion, going to first inversion, and then second inversion, and we jump to F major. Notice how the pedaling, you're supposed to lift here for the A so that it doesn't get muddy up, and then put it back down for G and E. And this is swung a little bit, so ta-da, and then held. Long, short, hold. Okay. And the left hand is just here, F, C, G. Okay, so let's try first line. 1, 2, ready, go. Second verse, and second F major. Now off pedal, put it down. Okay, that's in the first line, and then we are set up in position for first inversion, and then 3. All those 8 notes are swung, and then G major. What inversion is this? It's the first inversion, and the left hand does all the inversions. Root, first, second. Now it built up with those chords, and then we have an interval of 6 in the beginning of third line with left hand C major, and then F major again, G. So for the fingering in the left hand, I'll use 5-3-1 as the book says. Keep it at 5-3-1, and for G major use 2-4, and then go back to 5-3-1. Let's start from the G major build up. So measure 4. 1, 2, ready, go. G major, root, first, second, end of the first section, right? So let's play the entire line, page now. 1, 2, ready, go. Always keeping your wrist loose and fingertips supported. C, C, A, G. Put the pedal down. 1, G major, root, first, second, build up to this. Left hand, root position. C, C, A, G. C, 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 D, G, C, F, C. Now left hand solo, it doesn't have the pedal rhythm, but I would probably pedal this like one pedal per every 2 beat, maybe. Like now change, look at the blue light go up, change, and then off on A and back down on G, just like how we did it for the right hand for the same rhythm. And then right hand is taking over again. We heard that before, right? It's same exact thing as measure 3 and 4. So measures 3 and 4 are repeated in measures 11 and 12. Just like G major. Let's compare measures 13, 14 to 5 and 6, and it's pretty much the same except slight variation in the right hand melody. Left hand is exactly the same. The chords are the same. This is 14 and D minor, G, C, F, C. So it could have ended there, but of course there's a little codetta, mini coda. And in measure 17, because left hand is the main, I will play left hand louder instead of right hand louder when it comes to that third beat. And 1, 2, and just retard under for those last 3 chords. And the timing, or you can do something like slow down a lot and then keep it more or less the same, and just a little bit of time before the very last. Yeah, the last chord, in this case you usually delay it a little more because people are expecting it, see? So you make them wait and play it as quietly as possible. And in order to play quietly, whether you're on keyboard or regular piano, doesn't matter. And hopefully the piano is responsive to that. And foot and hand off together as the sound disappears. Okay, enjoy this piece.